Rugby's biggest award show has spoken. The best 15 players on the planet for 2025 have been named. But how good is this World Rugby Dream Team really? Today, player by player, line by line, we break down the 2025 Dream Team and ask a simple question: did they get it right? Oxenshea has become more than a prop. He has become a warning sign for every tight head in the world. When he folds over a scrum, he isn't just stabilizing the set piece, he is winning space. The opposition team doesn't get back. Ox absorbs pressure like it isn't even there. And that's rare for a loose head. What makes him essential in 2025 is not only his scrummaging power, it's the timing of his impact. When a match gets tight and heavy in the second half, Ox doesn't fade. He heats up. Defenders bounce off him when he carries. Attackers turn back when he rushes out of the line. He forces mistakes by simply being too hard to move. In a game that is becoming more technical every year, Ox brings something harder to measure: presence. And that presence earns him the #1 jersey. Malcolm Marx is not a standard hooker. He doesn't play like one either. He plays like a one-man disruption unit. When he hits a breakdown, he doesn't just compete for the ball, he changes the entire rhythm of the game. When he carries, he doesn't fall. He drags defenders 2 or 3 meters with him, and inside a maul, he becomes part of a moving wall that no one seems able to stop. Even after injuries and long breaks, Marx remains a player who brings fear into a defensive line. Teams plan their entire week around how to slow him down, and most still fail. In 2025, his physical dominance and turnover threat remained unmatched, and he was rewarded with the ultimate accolade after being named Men's Player of the Year. Thomas Dutoy is the modern example of what a tight head must be: big enough to anchor a scrum, mobile enough to cover ground, explosive enough to shift momentum with one carry. What sets him apart in 2025 is his versatility. He can play on either side of the scrum, but at tight head, he is a force that helps teams control every collision. His set-piece work is strong, but it's his open field ability that earns him a spot here. He tackles low, clears rucks fast, and rarely loses contact battles. Dutoy is the definition of reliable destruction, and every dream team needs that. Every team needs a player who can read a match like a map, someone who feels danger early and reacts before anyone else sees the problem. In 2025, that player is still Maro Itoje. Critics talk about dips in form, supporters talk about moments of brilliance. But the truth is simpler: Itoje remains one of the smartest forwards in world rugby. His line-out timing, his ability to win penalties, and his skill at pressuring halfbacks make him essential. When England looks steady, Itoje is usually in the middle of it. When they look dangerous, Itoje usually started it. His engine never drops, and his influence reaches across every area of the game. He takes the #4 jersey. If Itoje is the reader, Tyg Byrne is the disruptor. He plays with a kind of organized chaos that ruins clean ball for the opposition. His reach at the breakdown feels impossible. His line-out steals appear out of nowhere, and his work rate has no limit. Byrne is one of the few forwards who can play like a lock and a flanker at the same time. He pressures kickers, shuts down channels, strains the defense with constant movement, and forces handling errors with long, searching tackles. His rugby IQ is high, and his timing is even better. With Itoje, he forms a second-row pairing made for control, pressure, and momentum swings. At blindside, you want a destroyer, a player who erases space before the ball lands. Peter Steph Dutoy fits that role like it was made for him. His defensive reads are sharp, his tackles are brutal, his stamina is unreal, and when he carries, he bends the line just enough to change the next phase. Peter Steph is the kind of forward who lifts the entire pack with his pace and intensity. His performances continue to feel like test match highlights on repeat. He is the backbone of physical dominance. A 2-time Player of the Year himself, Dutoy narrowly missed out on a hat-trick of personal accolades after being nominated in 2025. Could he be the greatest ever? Tom Curry is the kind of player who controls the unseen parts of a match, not with power alone, but with repeat effort. His speed across the ground allows him to pop up everywhere, on the edge, in the ruck, linking with backs, covering gaps before they appear. What makes Curry essential is his timing on the ball. He chooses the right moments to attack the breakdown and wins turnovers that shift momentum. He also delivers fast, accurate tackles that cut down attacking shape. In 2025, he remains one of the best all-action 7s in rugby, and that earns him this spot. Harry Wilson brings something that every great #8 should bring: go forward when the team is stuck. His running style is direct and confident. He hits contact well, stays on his feet, and finds extra meters in tight spaces. He also offloads more than most 8s, which adds danger to every carry. But it's his consistency that locks him into the dream team. Through chaos, pressure, or slow starts, Wilson keeps delivering the same high standard of work. He gives this pack balance, stability, and a link between the forwards and the backs. Cam Roygaard is not just a 9 with speed. He is a 9 who changes the rhythm of a game with a single decision. He attacks the fringes with confidence, he kicks with accuracy, and he brings a calm control that New Zealand has needed. When Roygaard plays, the All Blacks look faster and more organised. The pack moves forward with more certainty. The midfield receives cleaner ball. Roygaard's instincts are sharp, and his carry threat forces defenders to hesitate, just long enough for space to open outside him. In 2025, he is the heartbeat of this dream team. Few young players have shifted expectations as quickly as Sasha Feinberg-Mngomezulu. His kicking range is long, his passing is crisp, his decision-making is brave, and he carries with more strength than most 10s. But the real reason he gets the number 10 jersey, he plays with vision you can't teach. He sees the game 2 phases ahead. He knows when to strike short, when to go wide, when to kick early, when to slow things down. Long seen as a nation built on forwards and kick chase, the Boks now have a 10 who can do it all. Tactical kicking, distribution, and attacking the line. In 2025, Sasha showed that he is not just a prospect but a genuine game manager at test level. Louis Biel-Biarré is the type of winger who makes fullbacks nervous before he even touches the ball. His acceleration is sudden, his steps are sharp, and when he breaks free, defenders lose their angles fast. What sets him apart in 2025 is his positioning. He always seems to be in the right place when the offload comes through, or when a loose kick drops between lines. He scores, assists, and stretches defenses in ways few wingers can. He earns the number 11 shirt with pace, awareness, and constant threat. Ikitau is a quiet operator, but his impact is loud. At inside centre, he gives this team structure. His defence is strong and organised. His running lines are clean. His passes are simple but smart. What makes him vital in 2025 is his ability to balance the field. When the game speeds up, he slows it just enough to keep control. When it slows down, he finds quick meters. He doesn't overplay. He doesn't hide. He simply raises the floor of every backline he enters. That stability earns him the 12 jersey. Hugh Jones brings something this team needs. Straight line danger. When he hits a gap, he doesn't hesitate. He slices through space with pace and power, and suddenly the defensive line looks broken. Jones has always been a strong carrier, but his decision-making and support lines improved massively. In 2025, he is a centre who can shift a game with one clean break. He reads defenders well, links with wings, and times his runs with precision. He gives the dream team a hard-running weapon at 13. Cheslin Kolbe is still the player defenders hate chasing, not because they fear being stepped, though they should, but because he creates chaos with every touch. Kolbe is small by rugby standards, but he plays like gravity works differently around him. He stops on a dime, darts between bodies, and breaks tackles that should be impossible to break. Even when teams plan entire systems to shut him down, he finds space. In 2025, he remains a world-class finisher, creator, and counter-attacker. The dream team needs that spark at 14. Will Jordan has one of the best rugby instincts in the world. He reads space like it's written in bright paint. Every loose kick becomes a chance. Every broken play becomes danger. Every gap feels like it was created for him. His speed is obvious, but his timing is what makes him special. He appears exactly when the team needs him, out the back of a move, sweeping into the line, catching a high ball under pressure, or scoring from nowhere. Jordan doesn't just finish tries. He creates the moments that lead to them. He takes the 15 jersey without question. On paper, this might be one of the most balanced dream teams named in years. The spine of the team is rock solid. Marks at 2, Itoje and Byrne at lock, Wilson at 8, Sasha at 10, and Jordan at 15. The pack looks ready for a World Cup final. The backs look built for highlight reels, and the blend of nations feels healthy. But that raises the bigger question. Who is not here? There is no Ardie Savia, no Antoine Dupont, no Damien Penaud, no Kalen Doris, no Eben Etzebeth. Some of those omissions come down to form, some to injury, some to sheer competition in their positions. Yet the absence of certain superstars forces a tough conversation. Has the panel rewarded short bursts of peak form over long-term dominance? Are emerging stars like Sasha Feinberg-Mngomezulu and Louis Biel-Biarré being pushed to the front of the queue too soon? Or is this exactly the type of bold selection the game needs? Which picks stand out and who are the notable omissions? Comment below and let's continue the debate.